They open their doors and let the pain of others wash over their walls every day. Being a funeral home director in the Baltimore area is no easy task.
WMAR 2 News' Eddie Kadam shows us the effect of running a business that supports mourning families.
Death comes to us all eventually. For funeral director Mark Bailey, it's at his door on a daily basis. He feels the toll of the job every day.
You never leave it. It's right there with you. Each one of the families that you serve, you find become a part of you.
He got into the funeral services industry at 17. He quickly felt burnt out by the amount of young people he was seeing come through the doors.
Very young kid who had died. And he reminded me so much of my brother when I looked at him that it really sped up the burnout process for me to the point that I needed to do something else.
A career in the United States Army and as a state trooper, service he is proud of that kept the pain of loss at the forefront of his mind. Years after working in a funeral home as a teenager, he opened his own, earning his doctorate with a thesis on burnout among funeral directors, seeing a trend of trauma from preparing services for young people.
We know that what's left behind is that mother that's grieving, that brother, that sister. Try to help them understand how we can make their lives better. Because if we know that we can create and influence change, maybe it's with them, maybe they won't end up doing the same things.
Sharia Jennings grew up in Baltimore. The drive to become a funeral director started at her grandfather's funeral when she was a child.
When he passed, just realizing that death is final at such a young age, just realizing that I would never be able to see him again. I would never be able to talk to him again.
Every day she carries that memory. She feels the pain that ripples from these crime scenes in her communities to her job, where she's charged with trying to comfort grieving families.
It's final. They can't go back and get their loved one. It's no more walking through the door, no more coming to dinner, no more, no hugs, no kisses, no affection.
Rebecca Edmiston has worked at a funeral home for years and will always remember her first day.
It was really brutal. It was, and I was 18, so I really had never seen anything like that.
She says there's different layers of difficulty handling the weight of it all. She recently decided to train to become a mortician. The heaviest thing for her is seeing people her age die from overdoses and homicides.
It starts to weigh on you a little bit because you start to think, well, what were they thinking, or what could have been done differently, and things like that.
Haunting thoughts in one of the deadliest cities in America.
Young students from high schools come and they're wearing their t-shirts or they have bracelets. No, it affects you. It affects you because we don't want to see that. We want to see people live. We want to see them enjoy life. And then at the very end, that's where we come in.
A view of pain from the city's violence through the empathetic eyes of the people who help with goodbye. In Halethorpe, Eddie Kadam, WMAR 2 News.